everybody. Welcome back to Eleutheria, where we talk about all things liberty and liberty related. How are you all doing on this fine Thursday afternoon? It's really hot. I need to put the fan on. Hold on. Weird. My child is confused. She doesn't think it's Thursday. I, on the other hand, know that it definitely is Thursday. Anyway, hello, David. And hello, Anti-Marxist ZA. Welcome back. I'm glad you're catching me live today. Yeah. What do you guys make of this story? This is just pathetic. Yeah, if only we could just lock them all up, hey, Yanni? That would definitely help. But it's not going to happen. It's really not going to happen. Just want to check how things look. I have a giggling teenager in the background. Does anybody have a cure for that? Anyone? Seriously. Okay. That looks good. So let's share this story from Eyewitness News. Zuma leaves state capture inquiry without permission. Deputy Chief Justice Raymond Zondo said that former President Jacob Zuma had been summoned to be at the inquiry from Monday to Friday unless he had been excused by the Deputy Chief Justice. Former President Jacob Zuma has left the state capture inquiry without permission. This comes in the wake of Deputy Chief Justice Raymond Zondo dismissing the former president's application for recusal on the grounds that Zuma failed to meet the test for a reasonable apprehension of bias. Zondo said that Zuma had been summoned to be at the inquiry from Monday to Friday unless he had been excused by the Deputy Chief Justice. It is unclear if the inquiry will now pursue criminal charges against him for being in contempt of a subpoena summons. Well, they should, shouldn't they? Earlier, Zuma's lawyer said they would take Zondo's decision on review and that they would lodge a complaint with the Judicial Service Commission regarding Deputy Chief Justice Raymond Zondo's handling of the recusal application. It's like highly insulting to a judge to tell them that they're not impartial. Like, you kind of just have to accept that they don't believe they're being biased because they don't really get into the position that they're in by being biased. It's kind of like a prerequisite for being a judge, honestly. But this whole Zondo Commission thing is just a scam. It's not going to net us any yields. It's not going to get us any of the money back. We're not going to see anybody go to jail. We're just spending a shit ton of money and finding out a whole lot of stuff, and nothing's going to happen. Because the justice system in South Africa is just fooked. That's it. What more can we say? There is no justice to be had in South Africa. So, quite frankly, we may as well just save the money that we're wasting on this whole inquiry and just call it quits. Like, yeah. Hello, Ice. Your comment distracted me. You got distracted with the presidency live stream where Cyril is sucking China. Where can I find that? Let's restream it and have a good laugh. Hello, Malput. Yeah, pretty much that. The brew. Pretty much that. People think something is going to come from this whole Zondo nonsense. Absolutely nothing will come from it. Thinking I should make easy money and take a few bets with a few people. They're thinking people are going to jail. Yeah. Yeah, that would be easy money, wouldn't it? Super easy money. I'm looking at how I look on screen and I don't like it, but I have no idea where to put my camera. So that's about my only gripe at the moment. Well, not gripe, it's just something that I need to figure out now with this standing desk situation. There must be a commission to check out the Zondo Commission. Yeah, fuck, like that's gonna spend more money. Even more money. Really? Okay, it's on the presidency's Twitter. Cool. Let's go to Twitter. Let's go laugh at what's going on here. How true is this comment from the brew? There's 3,300 people watching this stream, by the way. Not my stream. It's telling me to get an app. It ended 2 days ago. What? No. It's all window dressing, I agree. Yeah, it wants me to watch this on an app. My phone farted. Where did it fart? I think it was, but I don't know where it is. Is it still on the couch? It's very loud. Presidency of the Republic. South Africa channel. Yeah, this is talking about apps for iOS and Android. It's like very weird. Because it's on pscp.tv. It's like, yeah. Okay, so we won't be sharing that. Hannah, can you please put the light on? It's suddenly gone very dark in here. Thank you. That's better. I agree, the Zondo Commission is all just window dressing. It's just stupid. Absolutely stupid. I'm still figuring this standing thing out, guys. Please bear with me. I don't know what costs £5, but okay. And my phone farted again. I don't even know what it's getting, what notifications that is, because it's not WhatsApp. No, not WhatsApp. So I don't know what's going on. Oh. Right. Okay. I'm with you, Brie. I'm with you. Yeah, so I don't know if you guys have been watching any of the Zondo Commission stuff. I have not been bothering. And I certainly won't be now. Sorry, I'm trying to move a piece of furniture so that I can sit down. Yeah, no, what's the point in having a standing desk if I'm just going to sit down to stream? Indeed, indeed. What is the point? But anyway, I'm just feeling tired. £90 if you want to reach out and touch someone. Okay then. Table View High TikTok page got hacked and EFF went to go there. What happened? Why does a high school have a TikTok page? A high school. Can you imagine a high school having a TikTok page? Yeah, what would they post about? What the hell? Okay, let's look that up then.
What are you looking at? Are you looking at why a high school has a TikTok thing? Well,
I found an article. I'm going to share it. It's on the South African though, so I do not accept responsibility for the level of journalism expressed in this article. I'm just saying. Table View High learner's account impersonated with racist commentary. The Western Cape Education Department has been made aware of two disturbing social media accounts that contain racist commentary. Well, one account has been linked to a 15-year-old learner at the Tableview High School. Another has been created in the name of the school itself. The WCD has engaged with the school and has confirmed that the learner's account has been impersonated. The parents have submitted the learner's phone to SAPS and have opened a case of defamation of character. Arrangements are being made with a digital forensics company to get the content removed. Interesting. The SGB at the Tableview High School is also engaging with TikTok to get the fake school account taken down. They have submitted a legal letter as well as an affidavit from the school confirming that the account was unlawfully registered in the name of the school. She went on to say that the content that was portrayed in relation to the Tableview High School is extremely offensive and unacceptable. It is concerning that someone has allegedly impersonated an account of a child and impersonated an account of the school which never existed, with the intention to maliciously sow seeds of division, hatred, and racism, and cause harm to a minor and the integrity of the school. Wow. Guys, this is crazy. This is absolutely crazy. I'm sorry if there's glare on my glasses. I cannot read without them. I simply cannot read without my glasses, so. The thing is, it could actually be someone with the EFF that's doing this. If it's an impersonation account, it could actually be the EFF. Wow, gentle. Tag Girl Child so that I can see it, please. Yeah, this is just nuts. Absolutely nuts. You know what, guys? 2020 sucks enough. Can we just get through the last 45 days of it intact? Please, it's less than 45 days. Come on. It is rather coincidental, yes, that it's happening in the Western Cape, Miss Punisher. Where's my mouse? Here it is. Yeah. That's, especially with all of the movements that... Sorry, that was very loud. Even with headphones on. What is he barking at? Get off my roof. This is my house. You're not allowed on my roof. Sorry about that. With all of the cessationist movements, really pushing for it now, yeah, it's very coincidental. As long as he also bites. You know, I don't know if he would. I really don't know if he would. At this stage, I think he's just all bark. Nelson is just all bark. And what? Grunting. Oh, you mean when he sleeps? Oh. I don't know what grunting she's talking about. Yeah. Okay, so I just tried pressing the play button on that Cyril thing and it actually looks like it works. Interesting. But the stream is finished. So I just want to see if there's a new one. No, there's not a new one. Okay. Just closing all the windows. Girl child, gentle tag you in something so that I can go watch it afterwards. Thanks. Ice wishes he could make money from someone who wants to bet against him. The ANC will look to incorporate the Western Cape and Eastern Cape to make secession harder. Make 2 provinces into one. Watch this space. And that would bring down a lot of things for the Western Cape as well. Like a lot. Their healthcare and income and all sorts, although they lose majority of their income to the rest of the country anyway. Yeah, the EFF is poking nonsense in Cape Town a lot lately. Where were they for the first 8 months of this year? Now they want to come and be relevant again. Please, man. Yeah, what happened to the Cyril Talk So Nicely crowd? Because what we needed was a president that spoke well. Not a president that actually does a fucking job properly. Just a president that spoke well. Yeah. Yeah, he probably does give them pocket money just to stir shit. I'm busy. He has a hat. That's so cool. Very cool. Boy child built a Lego man who looks a lot like Bart Simpson because he's yellow. Let's share this one. So, Nkosazana Dlamini Zuma to oppose DRSA's challenge to latest lockdown. Cooperative Governance and Traditional Affairs Minister Nkosazana Dlamini Zuma will oppose DRSA's challenge to the extension of the national state of disaster. Dlamini Zuma on Thursday filed a notice to oppose the non-profit organization's challenge to the latest national lockdown. It is the intention of the respondent to oppose the above application, read papers filed by the State Attorney on behalf of the Minister. The matter is set to be heard at the Pretoria High Court on December 1st. DRSA this week filed an urgent application in the Pretoria High Court asking it to review and set aside the extension of the national state of disaster. The organization argues that the circumstances that prompted the declaration of the national state of disaster have disappeared. In an affidavit filed to the court, DRSA's director Rob Hutchinson said that the latest lockdown was reviewable on the grounds that it was not rationally connected to the purpose for which it was taken or the purpose of empowering vision. Irrelevant considerations were taken into account or relevant considerations were not taken into account when extending the state of disaster, and it is unconstitutional and unlawful. Cool. So it's going to court on the 1st of December. Of course, we knew she would just challenge it. And yeah, they weren't just going to set it aside. So yeah. Even Trump sounds like a genius compared to Cyril. Well, Trump's just an excellent troll. Like, really excellent troll. I'm not hell of a confident about this thingy going to court. What do you guys think? I mean, we saw it with the tobacco case. Um,
Did you hear it? Like, did you hear fireworks?
were I don't know. I don't know what could possibly come of this going to court. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below, or actually on the right, which would be that side over there, there, or unless you're on mobile, then it is down below. Bree thinks Trump is pulling off the biggest troll move in history. He knew about voter fraud way before. And our courts are rigged. Yeah. They certainly are. I'm really concerned that corporate South Africa is like they just don't care. They'll play government games and they'll just, yeah. It's very not cool. Wouldn't it be amazing if Trump actually wins the elections? That would make 2020 end on a high note. I think that if Trump wins a second term, there is going to be wide-scale rioting everywhere. And I think it's going to be really fucking scary for a little bit. But I also know that if Trump doesn't win a second term, that Rona and the accompanying lockdowns and forced vaccinations and everything else is just gonna be with us for like another 2 years at least. And I actually just, that thought scares me, because he's been the only person brave enough to stand up against this nonsense. Yeah, corporate SA is in the pocket of the ANC. And they're not acting on behalf of their consumers, which is really, really disappointing. If Trump wins and the BLM and Antifa people riot, they should just be sorted out big time. Yeah. Yeah. Just declare them terrorists and get rid of them. I mean, the Ukraine-Biden corruption case still needs to be played out. Yeah. But that's fake news. Fake news, Steve. Stop it. Do you want to see some more ANC wins? Do you want to see some awesome ANC wins? I'm standing again. I really hate this screw. Really hate it. Hunter's laptop didn't kill itself. That's funny. Guys, that's very loud. Okay, so can you go do it in your own room, please? I just wanted to zoom it in before I share it. Section 27, COVID-19 demonstrated urgent need for safer sanitization in SA schools. Really? It took COVID-19 for us to demonstrate this? 5 years after children died in pit toilets? Half a decade after 5-year-old Michael Komape drowned in a school pit toilet, those who fought for the family to find justice, like Section 27, said that much more still needed to be done. With Thursday marking World Toilet Day, really, there's a World Toilet Day? Section 27 said that the coronavirus pandemic had demonstrated the urgent need for hygienic and safe sanitation in South African schools. Really? Section 27 represented the family of 5-year-old Michael Komape, who fell into a pit toilet at his primary school in Limpopo in 2014. The child drowned in human excrement. And seriously, take a lot. Do you have to tell everybody that I've been looking for kettles? Last year, the family finally received justice when the Supreme Court of Appeal ordered the state to pay them 1.4 million in damages for the emotional shock and grief they suffered. The Polokwane High Court concluded that the failure of government to provide safe and decent sanitation resulted in the violation of rights of pupils in Limpopo. The COVID-19 pandemic has, in a way, again highlighted how government has neglected children's basic rights to sanitation. At the start of the year, as the country responded to the urgent need to prepare schools for COVID-19 health and safety protocols, temporary solutions were put in place to deal with the immediate crisis. Half a decade after Komape drowned in a school pit toilet, those who fought for the family to find justice, like Section 27, said that much more still needed to be done. Spokesperson Nontsikelelo Mpulo said they obtained mobile toilets for over 3,000 schools for 3 months. These are temporary solutions. We need sustainable solutions for safe sanitation in this country. Section 27 is preparing to take the Limpopo Education Department back to court either this year or in 2021 to implement the structural order handed down by the court to ensure safe sanitation at schools. Honestly. I can't believe that this is still a thing, guys. It is so sad. Can it really be that difficult to put toilets in schools? You can build a composting toilet for $50. It's a bucket with some peat moss in it. Is it peat moss? I don't know. It is so simple to have a composting toilet. So simple. They're dry. There's no drowning. You don't have to dig pits. It's just ridiculous. And all it takes is a little bit of education to say to people, separate your liquid waste from your solid waste. That's all you need to do. Really? Like, I don't understand why they're making this so difficult. And I mean, even there's been ideas where you take a container, an old shipping container, and you fit it with cubicles for toilets, and you collect rainwater off the roof. Via the roof, you collect rainwater, you store it in a JoJo tank, and that's how you fill the cisterns for the toilets. and you can flush them. So, I mean, if you want flushing toilets, not composting toilets, it's still possible as well. But no, we're sitting in a situation 5 years later, actually 6 years later, after a 5-year-old died in a pit toilet, and we still don't have a solution. And there's still not sanitation in these schools. Really? Really, government? Like, just empower the community to just go and do it. Don't stop standing in their way. Let the community take it over, and they will find a solution that is not going to cost anything, actually. But no, government has to have their oar in everywhere that they possibly can, and yeah, this is where we sit now. Still with pit toilets in schools. And no dignity for people. No dignity for learners in rural South Africa. None whatsoever. Because we can't think outside the box. What do you guys think? What do you guys think of the composting toilet? I'm going to show you. A very expensive composting toilet that people that live in RVs have opted to use instead of having black tanks. And I'm also going to show you some options that are available locally for a fraction of the price. I just found something interesting on Builder's Warehouse. It's just a toilet pan, and it's 13,200 Rand. And I want to know why it costs that much. Seriously, you guys aren't commenting. Are you even still watching? And whilst we're on the topic of who's watching and who isn't, please will you give this video a like or a dislike? Whatever floats your boat. Oh, look at that. Podrose is going to be on morning shot at 5 o'clock. That's interesting. Gentle says peeing in the garden is good for the soil. So there you go. Hello, JC. Long time no see. No, we haven't seen him since he walked out on the Zondo Commission earlier today. So, yeah. I really want to know why this toilet costs 13,200 Rand. So I'm going to share it with you guys. Look at that. Oh, Brie, you're probably right, eh? Why do you think that costs 13,200 Rand? And what is that? Oh, it has a built-in macerator. Ah, okay. Well, that explains it now. No, it looks like there's a macerator built in. And maybe they... Exactly, Yanni. This is why what I'm trying to find out. It's a cisternless toilet and it's 13,200 Rand, but it looks like it has a macerator pump in it. So a macerator pump will like take all the solid waste, which includes toilet paper and stuff, and like chop it up. And then it can be like flushed away in a thin pipe. It explains the price to an extent. Yeah, I mean, you can get a macerator pump for like that price. Actually less. Malpit enjoys Ramon's show. He's such a narcissist. Do you really think Ramon's a narcissist? I disagree. But okay, if that's your opinion. If you have a big floater, stuff kind of goes so wrong. You'd have to be super well endowed for that to happen, Brew. Like, seriously. Because the pump is... Like... This is not the time or place to be explaining macerator pumps, nor how I know so much about macerator pumps. Yeah. So let's just not go there. No, it actually works really well on floaters. I'm just saying. Okay. Ramon is just a doers, but he's our doers. I really don't think Ramon's a doers at all. I didn't think that before I met him in person, and I don't think it now. So, yeah. Toilet doll. Yeah, come on, give me a like now that I'm talking about poop and toilets and pumps. Okay. So I'm now going to share with you the Nature's Head composting toilet, which can be bought through importitall.co.za for the princely sum of nearly 36,000 Rand. Now, on Amazon, I think they run $1,000. So, yeah, 36,000 Rand is a bit heavy, but I'm going to show you how cool this thing actually is. Because you can literally lift this thing up and put it anywhere. Anyway, you want to go take a dump in a forest? You can take your Nature's Head and go do that. You want to put it in a bathroom and have it look like a normal toilet? You can do that. So, don't start talking about poo again. Yeah, it's not a Friday stream. I shouldn't talk about poo, hey? Yeah, I suppose that's probably also the import fees and shipping and all of that. I don't know. I was looking for my mod. Okay. Let us now share the Nature's Head. Don't you just love that name? Nature's Head. I love it. I love it. Okay. So that's what it looks like. This is not an outlet pipe thing. It's actually a air hole. It's to make sure that the composting part that composts your solid waste gets air, basically. And then this is your pee tank in the front here, which you can see clips out, and then you can go and throw that wherever you like. I'm just reading the comments. Was Brian at some fancy people one time, went to the toilet and got the scrick of my life. Damn automated bidet. I got a water in. Yeah. Okay. So, no, what did I just do? Okay. So this is what the toilet looks like, all right? So this little lever on the side here, when you're doing a number 2, you're going to pull that, and this thing here is going to open, and your number 2 will drop into your peat moss that's at the bottom. That is what stops your solid waste from stinking and stuff. And then here is where you pee. You go number 1, and then it goes in the pee bottle in the front. Okay. And they say it's a easy installation. What the fudge? Okay. This is how I have to navigate through the photos. All right. So there's your lever there. And then this handle turns, and it actually, so when you've done your number 2, what you do is you turn this handle, and you turn your number 2 into the peat moss so that it can all be dried out and composted and blah, blah. And then, so the seat clips off from the composting thing over here. Okay. And there we go. No, it doesn't fold, JC. It just looks like a normal toilet. And Brew is being gross again. Okay. So it's an easy installation. There's 5 feet of venting hose with ends, inside vent flange, an agitator handle, 2 mounting brackets and knobs, 6 feet of wiring for internal fan. Yes, there's a fan inside that I think it works like an extractor fan. So it basically just makes sure it doesn't get too moist in the composting chamber, because as soon as you have moisture mixing with human feces, then that's when you have bacteria and smell problems. So it's basically just to keep it nice and dry. Yeah, there's a fuse, liquids tank cap, and an instruction booklet. And there's a mozzie flying around my feet. And yeah. So there you go. And this is what it looks like in a bathroom. It just looks like a normal toilet, which is pretty cool, I think. Piss off, mozzie. So you see this venting hose that, like, you lead it outside for all the smells to go outside. I'm not sure what that is. You see how it looks? Just like a normal toilet. So that is the Nature's Head toilet. And I bet you we could do something better for our schools here. In fact, there is something available. I just forget what it's called. I must actually look that up. People are talking about pooing in other countries. Malpit, I'm just putting it out there that I did not carry on talking about pooing in other countries. This is all you guys in the comments. The Bruce says he won't go to India because they stand and poo. In Thailand, you don't use toilet paper in a lot of places. They have these hoses next to the toilet so you clean your bum. It works super well, actually, better than toilet paper. In Athens, you wipe and deposit loo paper in bin and only pee or poo goes in the toilet. Yes. Yes, JC, this is why a lot of full-time RV families, even though they come with toilets with black tanks and everything on the RVs, they actually convert to this because it means you don't have to find campsites with full hookups. And like, I mean, can you imagine having to deal with those sewer pipes? No thanks. You missed the Zondo Commission talk, Jordan. This is what happens when you're late. We start talking about pit toilets in schools and what my solution for a pit toilet in schools would be. And it would be a composting toilet. Yeah, those chemical toilets are horrible. But I tell you again, the reason why those toilets are gross, like portaloos are gross, is because the liquid and the solid waste mixes together. If you let the solid waste dry out, it's actually not so gross. And then you just dispose of the pee down a normal drain. There you go. Or water your asparagus with it. Hey? We'll go make tea then. But now I see Faithful to Nature has a solvery dry loo. Solvay dry loo. It's basically just a box with a toilet seat on it. And I think you basically just put, position the Solvay dry loo over the 25-litre bucket which is supplied, do your business, and pour supplied sawdust over it. And then you dump the contents of the bucket into a bokashi composting bin, which is not supplied. So, yeah. It's really easy to solve the problem of dealing with people's shit. Honestly, it's very easy. I don't need to show you the Nature's Head website because, yeah, I already showed you a. I can show you a whole bunch of reviews on YouTube of the toilet, but I'm sure you don't want to know that either. But I know South Africa had another option which was really cool, and it could be built in, so I'm going to look for it. Can you please stop playing with the van? Unicorn poop stool, yeah. Eco pit pedestal. It looks like a flippin' upside down bucket with a lid on, with a toilet seat on top. It's disgusting. A few years ago, I looked into this composting toilet thing. Yes, I do have a lot of greys, Brew, thank you, and I'm quite proud of them. I actually use silver shampoo to make them pop more, so yes. Anyway, I found this composting toilet. There was actually quite a huge contraption, and you didn't have to put... No, it's not funny. It's really not. You don't even have to put peat moss with it, and it just like takes the solid waste and like puts it through this like... It looks like a pipe that's got like a corkscrew in it. So every time you turn the handle, like you do on the Nature's Head toilet, it turns the corkscrew inside it. And that works its way along the pipe. And then by the time it comes out at the other end, it's dry and you can just like add it to your compost heap, and it's cool. Thanks, Robin. I don't drink out of normal mugs because I take like 3 hours to finish a cup of coffee. So I have a thermos mug. So this holds my hooks because I'm a hooker. So there you go. But yeah, I can't find that toilet. Anyway. No, I didn't look for portable toilets. I don't want portable toilets. Because this was like a huge thing that had to be built in. So yes, that would be my solution to pit toilets in South African schools. And it can be done like cheaply, it can be done expensively. It really depends on how much you want to spend on it and how fancy you want to go. Robin likes me shouting at the brew because I told him that I know about my grey and I'm proud of them. Thank you, Robin. For those technical people, Google YouTube DL material if you want to download YouTube streams for archive. Okay. Yes, Cyril should build his supporters' toilets. Indeed. Hello, Paul. Good to see you. And apparently, Eskom has been auditing smart meters in Waterfall Estate. Apparently, there's been illegal connections of bulk electricity by some developers in the area during construction. Okay. Cool. Well, go audit then. I wish you luck. I wish you luck. Anything that needs to get done by this government will just be a F up. Those kids will never get proper toilets. Well, this is why, I really think we should just go out into the communities and empower the communities and show them that, this is the way that we can deal with our own waste. And it will be safe, it will be sanitary, it will be not require water, it can help you grow your own vegetables on the school grounds as well because, free compost. And yeah, You know, it just takes a little bit of education. A little bit of education. And we can actually just empower communities to like start taking care of their children and themselves. Because quite frankly, they're probably living in huts and don't have sanitation at home either. Yeah, when are they going to disconnect the munis? That'll be great. That'll be really great. Okay. I've been talking for over an hour, so I'm going to call it at that. It has been an enlightening conversation, talking shit as usual. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Just remember the Zondo Commission is not going to get us justice for all the money that has been stolen from our land. And maybe they should actually just call it quits. Gentles wants to know when and who invented the toilet. I'm hoping she has the answer to that, because I certainly don't. So Gentle, you've got like 1 minute. 1 minute to give me the answer. Why do I need to move the mic, Paul? What's wrong with where the mic is? I like my mic where it is. Because then everybody teases me about how big my mic is, and it's bigger than me. And then Germ meets me in person and says I'm even smaller than he thought. Nice, Germ, nice. Who's trolling? Was there someone trolling and I missed it? Yes, I like my mark. Okay. I like my mark where it is. The EFF is trolling. Okay. Alright. Do you really want me to Google who invented the toilet before I sign off? Is that what you would like? Who invented the toilet? Wikipedia literally has a page saying that Thomas Crapper invented the toilet. But that's not true. Surely it's not true. You know what, guys? Just go Google Thomas Crapper. And yeah. No, I'm not wearing... What? Not too much longer, boy. No, not an hour more. A minute more. Yeah. You guys can go Google that after this. I'm nearly finished here. As you can tell, my children want me to get off, so there we go. I'm wearing earmuffs because these are headphones, and sometimes I share videos, and I'd also like to hear the audio when I share video. So, there you go. Robin, I'm so glad that you turned on the bell and that you get notifications and that you enjoy listening to my soothing voice. That is a huge compliment. Thank you very much. What's the difference between a latrine and a toilet? Nothing. A latrine is a toilet. toilets are colonial. Okay. Dad is busy disciplining them right now, Paul. So, there we go. Anywho, this has been Eleutheria, enlightening South Africa through liberty and talking shit and toilets and how to deal with it. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If not, then, you know, give it a thumbs down and then I'll try stop talking shit. But it seems to be a theme. Just tends to happen. Have a good rest of your evening, guys. Looks like Podbros is going to be on Morning Shot in 8 minutes. So go enjoy that. Give them a hard time. And I will catch you tomorrow. Please let me know if anybody wants to join us for a Fry Fun stream. If you want to log on. Bru, you keen? Ads. Hello, Ads. You're very late. Go watch from the beginning. Bye-bye, everybody.